Okay, how many fingers am I holding up?
4.
This isn't a bit. I just wanted to test your vision.
Okay.
I'm concerned because you looked over at me, saw I was holding up no fingers, and said 4.
I don't know. I thought it was a bit.
I don't know why 4 would have, like... I appreciate the yes and, but why was 4 the perfect number there?
I don't know, because I feel like when people do that, the most average answer is 3.
Interesting.
And I feel like you wouldn't hold up 5, so I went with 4.
5, 4. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a very clinical approach.
I don't know. You put me on the spot. I had to say something.
Yeah, you did. And you did lie like a politician. And that is something that we can address.
Yes, that is true. But behind these microphones, I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters if we lie behind the mic. You heard it first here. You heard it first here. We're recording this in the morning. That's not typical. You heard it here first. Connor thinks that you can lie as long as it's behind a microphone.
I mean...
It explains so much of this fake news media. Hey guys, this is 100% worse. The show that gets better every day. I'm grabbing it all.
I'm kind of Hughes.
Let's roll that intro.
Your best friends created the best show in the universe. And they took that show and made that show 100% worse.
Presenting Podcast Extravaganza 100% Worse, the show that gets better every day, with live animal performance.
Well, liar, liar, pants on fire. What's our topic today?
Our topic is why elephants are so cool. Okay. I'm sorry, that was another lie.
What's a lie? I mean, it's not a lie elephants are cool.
They are cool.
Tortellino's giving us a look.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Hey, bud. Elephants are cool.
No, our topic for this week is space exploration.
That's right. Not SpaceX, the company, but like just space exploration in general.
Are they called SpaceX because it's short for space exploration?
Well, it's either that or Space Express.
You're not wrong, actually.
Which is a very like Futurama type company.
That would
just deliver packages to other planets.
I never thought of that.
Ding, 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 ding. You ever notice that theme is basically just...
the Nirvana song?
Yeah, it smells like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Yeah.
It's just an industrial version.
But no, space exploration, like the Final Frontier, like the Great Beyond. And
the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, basically. Which actually kind of leads me to my first point I wanted to talk about. Okay. Just make the Starship Enterprise. We have the technology, just like...
Now, in previous episodes, when I've said we have the technology, I'm usually talking about cloning Pat McAfee. So are you talking about that technology or similar technology that we would use?
Similar technology. Like, we have space shuttles.
Sure.
We can totally make a Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, we just need a dilithium core, which we have. Which, it creates the possibility for faster than light speed travel. Why aren't we doing this?
It's definitely, like, it's in labs. They have it. It's just, like, sitting on a desk of, like, a scientist kind of being used as a paperweight.
Yeah, he's got an 80-foot desk. He has big old papers.
They have a lot of papers.
They have
a lot of papers they need to rustle around.
They use the paper that they used in Mythbusters when they were trying to fold a paper 7 or 8 times. It started out like the size of a football field. They're weighing down those papers with the dilithium.
Well, yeah. Whenever the camera moves into that room, the scientist always has to shuffle around a bunch of papers, and so all scientists have to stop what they're doing and shuffle papers. So they just need like a bunch of papers.
Yeah. Scientists in movies, they either have a lot of papers all over their desk. I feel like that's more like doctors in movies.
Maybe more like professors.
Medical doctors and professors.
Yeah,
and then like people like scientists who are working anything to do with space in movies. They have those non-existent glass screen things.
Yeah,
they're like weird touch screens.
Yeah, then they can do like hand motions in the air, and they're like,
and they don't look at all fun to use.
They honestly look so painful. If I had a Connect or something, right? Where I could wave my hand to like go next episode or pause or something, I still wouldn't. I still grab the controller or clicker or something.
Yep.
I don't know. Something about motion controls.
Yeah, I was just watching Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, really?
Where they have Joy, who is like is like Alexa, but you can see her.
Mm-hmm. Like
she's
the
like
hologram.
Alexa, but you can see her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that scene in Blade Runner 2049 when Ryan Gosling comes home and he's like, "I'm so sad. Joy played Despacito."
It was a good movie.
It was really good. It's been described as 2.5 hours of concept art, and I don't really disagree, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it was very picturesque.
Yeah. It's got some cool space travel in that one. There's like all the off-world stuff. Mm-hmm. So if we want to make the Starship Enterprise, how do we do that? We just make a pizza cutter and then make it bigger?
Literally that. Start with a pizza cutter and get our giantamification like technology. What do we call it?
It's just a big cardboard box.
The Dr. Doofenshmirtz the Giantinator.
Yeah, Giantinator. Or it's just it's a cardboard box that has the word transmogrifier on the side written and then crossed out, and then underneath it says Giantificationator.
Yeah, and then you kind of just do that, and then you can kind of just gut the inside of the pizza cutter with like miners, and then just kind of like put in the technology from there.
Yeah. And
kind of an outwards in approach.
Yeah, and then the whole crew of just Pat McAfee's.
Yeah, perfect. Let's shoot them off to space. Actually, they can meet the aliens.
I mean, yes, I actually have a slightly different idea for who should be piloting most spaceships. Because my first idea was have Asa Butterfield be most astronauts. And we were actually just looking at pictures of Asa Butterfield like a second ago. And I think you'd agree that he'd just be the most charming person to see in space.
Probably, yeah.
And he was in a space movie, I believe, The Space Between Us.
No,
he was also in Ender's Game. You're right. Yeah, he was in Ender's Game. He was also in The Space Between Us. So he actually has more space experience than.
That's where I knew that dude from.
Most of the people who are trying to go to space right now.
True. He's actually been to space with cameras.
He's been to Mars, I think.
Yeah,
and he's been to. I don't know where they go in Ender's Game. I've read it. I've not seen it.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
You ever feel like whenever you see Harrison Ford in a sci-fi movie, like where it's like Blade Runner or Ender's Game or whatever, he's just kind of looking.
Harrison Ford was in Ender's Game,
wasn't he?
Was he?
Was he?
Man,
it was talking. I'm gonna do a quick Google.
I saw it like a while ago. I do not remember, but if he was, that would be wild because I don't remember him at all.
I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
Although I swear, I'm fairly certain Ender's Game was a book written entirely around the idea of that zero gravity combat.
It was.
It was?
It was, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because, like, it was...
I believe...
That was
I'm pretty sure Orson Card actually mentions that somewhere. That he... Yeah.
Yeah, I do have his book. He's got, like, a How to Write Science Fiction.
Yeah, How to Write Sci-Fi and Fantasy, I think.
Yeah, it's... if anyone's looking to write, like, sci-fi or fantasy, check it out because it's really good.
He is in Ender's Game. Harrison Ford.
What?
He plays Colonel Graff.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
I guess I just missed it. I think I might have just forgotten about it. But so basically, send Asa Butterfield out to go see aliens because
he did
I just really
did a number on the mic stand there.
Yes, you did.
Have I done something? Ever since I accused you of bumping the mic stand, I've been bumping it in every episode.
Well, the thing is, if you don't remember, we switched mic stands. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh.
I had that mic stand over here, and you had this thing over there.
You're right. So
and then we switched them, and that one just gets bumped a lot more.
So just to explain, the mic stand that I'm using is more of a traditional mic stand. It's got it's like a boom situation on the top of it, so it's like mic stand and the boom comes over and it's got the mic on it. What Connor's using is a scissor stand?
Yeah something that clamps to the desk.
It clamps to the desk and then it comes over, so no part of it actually extends to the floor. So this mic stand is just bumpable.
Yeah, it's very bumpable,
It's you can bump it like a DJ Khaled song.
which is fine by me because it means you're the one bumping it.
Yeah.
And you're the one who you got to edit out the bumps, so I don't feel bad about
Yeah,
that.
I just leave them in.
Oh, okay.
I just own my truth.
okay. Lovely audio there for the audience.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Asa Butterfield. How many Asa Butterfields could we have, you think, before it would be too many?
before it would be too many,
Too many.
I'm gonna say about 17.
And how did you arrive at that number?
Don't ask me that question.
I'm asking that question because this is a show where we try to
That is fair. That is fair. I do not know.
We
I
promote
was
knowledge and
just thinking
understanding.
of how many. If there was one person cloned multiple times,
Yeah.
how many would there have to be before I thought, wow, that's a lot?
Yeah.
And the number's around 17.
Interesting. Well, because, I mean, the first human clone, I believe, was Dolly Parton, as we all know. Nope, Dolly the sheep. That's
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, and then we cloned
And
Dolly
then we
Parton.
cloned Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
That's right. So now if we're cloning Asa Butterfield. Could we clone Asa Butterfield? I know this isn't the topic. Could we clone... Human cloning should just be the next topic. If we clone Asa Butterfield, I think if we scatter the clones around so they're not all in one place...
Oh, okay.
I think that's always the problem is you have too many clones in the same place and you're like, which one's the real one? Which one do I shoot? And they're like, why do you have to shoot any of us? And you're like, it's the rule. That reminds me, about a week ago, I redesigned my Bitmoji to look like my mom,
Yes, you
or
did.
to look like my mom's Bitmoji. Mm-hmm. So now I've just been sending her Bitmojis of herself doing various activities. It's pretty good. I also use it to respond to things in the family group chat. But the thing is, like, it's the only Bitmoji that I have. I don't have another account for it. So
it's the only Bitmoji you have.
right. So if somebody says something and I want to react to it in general, I just have to send them a picture of a Bitmoji of my mom reacting,
Which is
which is actually working great so far.
yeah, notable sacrifice. It's
Yeah.
it's a good prank.
Should I have a Bitmoji of Asa Butterfield?
You could.
I could.
Can we get? It's like 2019. Can we get multiple Bitmojis, please? Just like a little thing, so
Yeah.
that you can select which
You can have
Bitmoji you
multiple
want to
Miis,
use.
You know?
Yeah, you
On
can
the-
have
on the
so many
Nintendo
Miis.
Wii. Yeah.
You can plug in a storage card and like have so many Miis.
Yeah.
I think.
You're right.
I think they're stored unlike that.
Something. They're in the Ethernet. Hey, can we put the stars closer? Can we just give us a chance? Put the stars closer. We want to go see some stars. Put them closer so we can get there.
If you put them closer, we'd have to get there. We'd have to evacuate pretty quickly if you put them closer.
We've got one star that's kind of close. Not even that
We
close.
can't reach it though.
Can't even reach it. It's like you're building a golf course and you put the holes so far apart that it's like a par 80. And so by the time that you've hit the ball like 4 times, you're like, I should be on the green by now.
Yeah.
You know, we should be amongst the stars by now. And they're so far. Put them closer.
That
Just have them closer.
yeah,
Do
I
them
can
closer.
see. Do over. Hang on. Pause. Time out. Do over. We're gonna need to do this again. They just need to be closer.
You just need to be a little closer. Hey, love the universe. Few notes. Put the stars closer. Put them close. They're so spread out.
They are very spread out. I don't know why they're so spread out. You
What are you trying to accomplish?
You see graphs that are like trying to show you how far apart individual stars are, and they're just like rolls of paper that'll fit on that 80-foot scientist desk that just like go down and down and down, and then you can't even like see the stars. They're just specks. You just have the little arrow saying "star is here,"
That's
and
a star.
it's so tiny. They're just like so far apart.
We've never been to a star.
We have never been to a star.
That's why we
I
don't
don't
know
think
what
we
they look
can.
like. We don't know what they look like. Up
That is
close.
true. That
we
is
don't
true.
know. That's why I am a flat star conspiracist.
Okay. They're just kind of discs.
They are paper.
They're paper.
They are made of paper.
Okay, they're made of paper.
And they are really big paper
Really big paper.
out there floating in space.
Yep. You almost nailed it perfectly. Really big paper floating in space.
Yeah.
Where does the light and the heat come from? I'm just curious.
Well, it reflects.
It reflects. Okay, so it's reflective paper.
It reflects and magnifies.
Okay. I got it. It makes sense now. I mean,
It's like a big old paper blanket.
okay, like a nice paper hug, like
Yeah.
a blanket paper hug.
If you look,
without
some of
paper
them,
cuts,
some of them
hopefully.
have Asa Butterfield's
That
face
would be-
printed on them.
That'll be a lot of paper cuts.
Ooh.
Anyway, we do need to blast off ourselves.
We need to blast off ourselves.
We need to head for the stars, but the stars in this case is our sponsors.
Our sponsors.
Yes,
right.
our sponsors. Mhm. So, Graham, who's
Yes.
our first sponsor?
Our first sponsor is the spinoff of I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, which is, wait a minute. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, just, is this mayonnaise? Hang on, is this mayonnaise? Wait, no, seriously though, but is this mayonnaise?
I don't know how to ask this.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Sir, is this mayonnaise?
I'm unaware of the proper protocol here, so I'm just going to say it. I don't think this is actually mayonnaise. Hold on, that's not mayonnaise.
When you're at a fancy restaurant, you're like, you can't really ask them?
Now
'Cause,
hold
like,
your horses, but this is not mayonnaise. This is... Oh, hang on, this is... Oh, sorry, this is mayonnaise.
This is mayonnaise.
Sorry,
okay.
this is mayonnaise.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's what we had to get to.
Sorry,
That's
this
what-
is-
They were
this
trying
was
to get us
actually
to know.
mayonnaise.
It was mayonnaise.
I didn't... I'm sorry,
They were very...
I was looking at the wrong side. This actually... Pardon me, this is mayonnaise. And that's a very long name for a product,
That's
but
their...
it fits on the box and it sells. You know, it fits on the box and it sells.
It sells because people have to
We're
read
talking
them.
about it and you're picturing it in your
they
head.
spend so long reading them that they just have to buy it by default.
You have
If
to.
you're holding an item for more than 5
Yeah,
minutes, you're legally obligated
if
to
you
buy
read it long enough that it expires, you have to buy it.
it. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Who's our second sponsor?
Our second sponsor is umbrella handles.
Oh,
Yeah, they're fun, aren't they? They're kind of some of them are curved, some of them are straight, some of them are canes, some of them are swords.
yes.
Some of those aren't legal though.
No.
But they're definitely not.
Are we
legal.
advertising the legal ones or the illegal
I
ones?
eat all of them. We're advertising all of them. Anything that is an umbrella handle. It can be an elephant. It can be a deer. It can not even be carved. It's just like an umbrella handle.
Because without the umbrella handle, how are you gonna keep that umbrella up above your head?
It's gonna do the thing with the vine where the umbrella bit just kind of shoots off.
Oh
and
yeah,
lands in the rain.
it's just like lazily weaponized.
In case if you ever wanted to, I don't know, defend
very-
yourself with a.
Defend yourself against a butterfly with an umbrella top that shoots off at a mile an hour.
Anywho,
Anywho.
those were our sponsors.
Yeah.
So I hope y'all will go out and buy them. Promo code 100% worse,
That's right.
50% off everything in the store. So basically, yeah. Let's get back to
Be sure to pick up your mayonnaise. We didn't do any
we
smooth acapella
didn't
coming in.
do any.
No. Can we do some really rock and roll acapella? Rockapella going out?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
You'll do the lead guitar.
Oh, jeez. It's a bit more rock and roll acapella. That was bit harsh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, talking about star exploration. Hear me out.
Okay.
A rather large slingshot.
Go on.
If we need to get to other planets, a rather large slingshot. There's a point where the slingshot is big enough that we can get to other planets.
Can I suggest a slight tweak in the name?
Sure.
Exact same name, but use the initials. So it's just the RLS.
The RLS.
Anything that's name is just letters,
True. It's very official and like
immediately gonna get picked up by NASA.
oh definitely. That's like it screams sci-fi. It's like
Yeah.
at that point it literally is sci-fi and it's our star exploration. We now just use slingshots.
Yeah.
But I mean
I remember when The Princess Bride came out and NASA tried to build ROUSs. They're like, this sounds official. Let's make some ROUSs and send them to Venus.
Good thing they did succeed, and that's why we can't go to Venus.
That's why we can't go to Venus.
That's why we have to go to Mars.
Full of big rats.
That's why it's so warm and hot in Venus, just because like all the all the fur, it's just everywhere. But no, like you can hold a slingshot.
Yeah.
It might not get a rock to the moon or Mars or anywhere. You could get a slightly larger slingshot, and it has a better chance. It does have more firing power. It has a better chance of getting there. You can get even larger slingshot, and it has an even greater chance. So, a large enough slingshot will get you to the moon, will get you to Mars, will get you to Alpha Centauri, will get you to beyond.
Do you think if we dig up the Easter Island statues, we'll find that in their giant hands, they've been holding slingshots this whole time, and that's how the ancient civilizations used to travel to space?
It's our test. We have to figure out.
Then we'll know. We'll be able to uncover the secrets of lost civilizations. Do you think that rockets would be cooler if we painted flames on the sides?
Yes, they definitely would be cooler.
Because sometimes if they're in space, they've got flames, but like in kind of like a resting status.
True.
You know, when they're just sitting, parked in I don't know where you park a rocket. Walmart? Can you
Yes, you can park over.
underground parking garages?
Yep.
Listen, it costs $35 to park at the Marriott downtown. If you can't leave your rocket
expensive.
there, then where are you supposed to leave it? For $35, you should be able to park your rocket at the Marriott.
Well,
That's all
I
I'm
think
saying.
for $35 you can park your rocket. That's why it's $35.
I think they just expect you
Because
to bring
you have to
a rocket.
pay people who
Yeah.
know how to drive a rocket. And well, that's kind of hard to come by.
Yeah.
They have like Neil Armstrong and people. Lance Armstrong and people.
Yeah, Louis Armstrong. Major Armstrong. Eduardo! Remember in Full Metal Alchemist when he was just parking rockets everywhere?
Now, there's a bit of an issue for us to actually fly around and go to different planets, we can't really get there right now. In order to
Because we're
be
doing
able
the show, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
other people.
Yeah. In order to be able to do that, we need to do some things first.
Okay.
We need to
I would say first, eat a healthy breakfast.
Yes. Well, you're definitely going to need it. Because second, we're going to need to steal the plans for that weaponized star the Empire has.
Oh.
It's kind of stopping a lot of our traffic.
And which empire is this?
The Empire?
Just the
Empire, yeah.
Yes.
They've got like a moon thing that is
I heard.
kind of stopping us from getting to
And you
other
know what
places.
I think that's definitely a moon.
It is, yeah, that's the thing.
That's definitely a
It
moon.
is a moon. They built a moon.
They built it's a moon.
Yeah.
It's a real moon.
Yeah.
It's a real
They didn't
natural
even
moon.
build the moon. They just kind of like lassoed
just found it.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
they just kind of found it.
They were just like, you want the moon? I'll lasso the moon. And they got it.
and they just kind of put a big gun on it.
Buffalo gals, why don't you come out tonight?
So I feel like we're going to need to do that, and not a lot of people are talking about it.
Why don't we just, I'm sorry to break out of the bit and go directly to the source material, but in Star Wars, why didn't they, when they were stealing the plans for the Death Star, they were already there. Why didn't they just steal the Death Star? And now they have a Death Star. Oh,
And now it's the Rebels Death Star.
let's blow up your planet. See how the turntables.
Wait, hang on. I was trying to think of what planet Anakin came from. I can't remember. Tatooine, that's
But
right.
the thing is, Luke also
Didn't
comes from Tatooine. So
Oh, okay. So it's the
his
same planet. Okay. They blew up Alderaan, right?
yeah, they did. It was
Okay.
a peaceful planet.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking that they blew up. Oh no, it was Princess Leia's planet.
Yeah,
where she
Alderaan.
came from.
Yeah. By the way, it's amazing that 20 years go by, Darth Vader does not looks everywhere for his. Wait, does he know he has a son?
He does not.
Wait, when does he find out he has a son?
I literally don't know. because he doesn't know.
He
He doesn't know.
He doesn't
thought
know.
Padme died.
He thought
And he didn't
hang
know
on.
that she gave child. So who told him?
Okay, well, I'm sure we're not the first people to
Did he get a child?
hang on, okay.
Did he get a child support
That's
bill?
what I was gonna say. He got the child support bill in the mail. Just a lawyer shows up at the Death Star. Mr. Vader, we're going to need Darth, please. I'm sorry, Mr. Darth. Mr. Darth Vader, we're going to need to take a look at your situation here. It seems you owe 20 years of back child support.
That's kind of awkward.
Do you accept
and
moisture
that's when
as
the
payment?
that's when he's like, "What can I do? I don't know. What can I do about
guess
this?"
just
And the
kill
lawyer's
him.
like, "I've made my decision. pray I do not alter it any further."
No, seriously, how does he know he has a kid? Am I missing something? Here's the timeline of Star Wars, right? Anakin is a little boy. Anakin is an angsty teenager. Anakin falls to the dark side. Anakin
Kills angsty teenagers.
does he know, he must know that Padme is. Yes, he knows Padme is pregnant, obviously.
Wait, does he?
She's obviously pregnant in episode 3. Right?
Oh, true. Okay, so he might have had an inkling.
He knew
Wait,
she
no,
was
hang on, no.
pregnant.
But he thought he killed Padme
thought
in
he
his
killed
anger,
Padme
so there
in
would
his
have been
anger.
like, unless she gave birth, like a few minutes before
Something like
he
that.
like stormed in and killed her, then
Yeah.
like
Hang on. Okay, so episode 4, 20 years go by. He suddenly... He does know he doesn't. Are you just Googling how does Darth Vader know he has a
how
kid?
does Darth? I can't keep misspelling it. Vader like his toast. How does Darth Vader die? How does Darth
Is that
Vader
really how
eat?
does
Yeah.
Darth Vader like his toast?
Yeah, how does Darth Vader like his toast?
Well, let's look that up first.
Well, yeah, we need to find it.
How does Darth Vader like his toast?
Oh, it's a joke on Reddit.
oh,
It is a joke on Reddit.
a little on the dark side?
Yeah, on the dark side.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, how does Darth Vader backing up. No.
How does Darth Vader...
Luke is his son.
There we go. Is it just a force
During
thing?
the Battle of Yavin, it's fairly clear that Vader does not know that Luke is his son.
Ah.
And he isn't surprised when the Emperor later indicates that Luke is the son of Anakin.
Huh.
Okay, so it's one with Leia. Either he doesn't sense a connection, he doesn't sense with Leia. Sorry, I know we're just like going on and there's literally zero content here.
No, this is good radio.
Okay. So when he steals Luke's lightsaber, he realizes that that was his lightsaber.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he doesn't think that Luke is just a guy who takes lightsabers that aren't his.
Well, at least that's what they were saying there, which maybe would make sense, maybe, but I don't know. At least that does give us a bit of an answer.
Seems more implied than explained.
Yeah, it definitely does seem implied.
Oh.
It definitely doesn't tell us in the movies.
Well, there you go.
There's no scene
Now you've
where
learned
he's like
something.
getting his DNA back from Ancestry.com or 21andMe or something.
Oh, yeah, 23, I think.
Yeah, 23.
Because there's that other one, 21 and Mun.
Yeah. And you just kind of got to wait as like the Futurama people ship him back his thing.
Yeah.
It was a whole other spin-off series. You can
Yeah.
find it on Netflix.
It was a crossover with The Simpsons and Family Guy.
It was pretty good. Pretty good.
It's the kind of thing where it was good, but you don't want to watch it again later. Because it won't be as good as you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it a while ago, and I don't think I want to see it again in fear that it's not as good.
Yep.
Same with Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Hey, what are we talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about. When I say Avatar: The Last Airbender, I mean the M. Night Shyamalan movie, because when I was a kid, it first came out, and I watched it, and it was cool. It was dope as heck.
Interesting.
I loved that movie so much.
Wow. What a revelation. I never thought I would hear you
And-
admit to liking that movie on any level.
Well, no, I was like, when did it come out? It came out in like 2006, right?
Did it? Wait, that means that you probably saw it before you saw the show.
Actually, that is correct. I didn't watch the show when it was on the air. I watched it afterwards, and I started watching the show because the movie was so dope.
Oh,
And then, now that obviously I've seen a lot into it, and I know that it's kind of garbagey, so I'm not going to watch it again.
Yeah.
Obviously, okay, 2010. That sounds about
Oh,
right.
it came out
I
in
was like
2010?
13.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that would have been like right before you saw the show.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, because I was like 14, 15ish. was a. So yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. I don't want to watch it again. Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, Glass came out.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Samuel Jackson does a good job.
Yeah, he does. That's his thing.
That's
His shtick. He's a good actor. Everyone has to have a shtick. His is that he's good at his job. You think we can get that Tesla back from space? Like, is that just free Tesla? Like, if
first one to find the rocket
First one
and
to
claim
get-
the Tesla, it's their
first
own,
one to
it's
get
their
to the Tesla
now.
can have it.
I just bumped my mic stand.
I noticed that.
Yeah. I thought I should say something because it might come across on the audio.
Yeah. And I'll give you a call while you're at the barber getting your getting your perm. I don't think people get perms at a barber. That sounds like something you go to a salon for.
Yeah, I don't think they do either. But here's the real question. It's
Yeah.
2019. Why is anybody getting a perm?
Because they saw Monk.
Because Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were in Monk, weren't they?
Monk has a great perm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll allow it. It was a good show.
Yeah, I'll allow that it was a good show.
So, Monk in space.
Monk in space. Yeah, we've sent monkeys. What's next? Monks.
We're sending the monks
We're sending monks, and we're sending Adrian Monk. Actually,
because they
Adrian Monk
have
has,
really, really good unarmed combat abilities.
Adrian Monk has already been to space. He was in Galaxy Quest.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
Actor whose name escapes me at the moment.
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub. Yeah.
Shalhoub?
I don't know. Maybe it's Scallop. Tony Scallop in space. Scallops in space.
Scallops in space.
Scallops in space.
Yeah.
TM.
I don't know what that would be, or if it would even be anything. Is it anything?
I don't know. It sounds like a song from the Muppets. Oh, you know what it's like? It's like the pigs in space or whatever they're called from the Muppets. It's like a segment they used to do on the Muppet Show. We're yawning. It's a morning record.
It is a morning
We
record.
did mention that. Yeah. I don't have a lot of suggestions left. Really, just one more thing that I thought I'd throw out there.
Okay. Throw it up.
Yeah.
Toss it out here.
Yes.
Launch it into space.
And here it is. I'm loading it up into my mouth slingshot, and now I'm sending it out into the world.
Okay.
I'm so excited for Final Space Season 2.
Yeah. Well, I say yeah, and I haven't seen Final Space Season 1. I
Yeah,
just know it's really
that's
good.
on you. Now, my boy Olan Rogers, my boy Coty Galloway, who kind of looks like me, but cooler. I think he's like a cool, he's like a cool, he's like a groovy Jonathan Van Ness is kind of his look. He's like if Jonathan Van Ness were a cowboy, is how I would describe Coty Galloway.
That's interesting. I don't know what he looks like, so this is a very interesting mental picture.
Yeah. Long hair, beard, kind of a white Jesus vibe.
You can probably pull that off.
I think I can, yeah.
You can pull that off.
Yeah. First season was so good, man.
I know. I can't deal with secondhand embarrassment.
Second season will also
It's in
be
the very
so
first episode.
good. Yeah, true.
I could
It's a
plow
little
through
awkward.
it. Yeah.
But I don't think it's more so than Avatar. Avatar has quite a bit of secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, but I don't think I really noticed it as much as
Every
a kid.
instant Sokka is on the screen. I'm
I
embarrassed.
mean, you're not necessarily wrong, but
I
don't
see
do
that
my
boomerang come out, and I'm
don't
like,
do my boy Sokka
Here we
dirty
go.
like that.
I just think it's worth watching Final Space.
It definitely is.
That's not even my
I'll get around
recommend
to
for
it.
this week.
Oh, really?
No, it's not.
Speaking of your recommend,
Yeah.
think we can get into those?
I think we can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what is your recommend for this week?
It is Final Space adjacent. I'll say that.
Okay.
It's not Final Space, but it is the NASA designs from Star Cadet. Their new shirts and things that have the NASA logo on them, and they're just so well made, and they're cool designs. If you guys don't have Star Cadet clothes, I highly recommend them, especially if you watch Olan Rogers' videos on YouTube, or a fan of Final Space.
They're very good.
Yes,
They're very good.
It's Olin Rogers' clothing company. They used to be called Olin Rogers Supply, and now it's called Star Cadet. And yeah, they got together with NASA and got their designs approved and started making some NASA merch. And it looks pretty cool.
It's really cool.
It's pretty tight. So what do you recommend this week?
I recommend We Are Legion, We Are Bob. It is a book, I believe. The author escapes me, but not for too much longer. Dennis Taylor.
Taylor.
Yes, Dennis Taylor is the author. It's a book
Yes.
about, well, it's kind of hard to describe what it's about, but it's funny. It's a good book. It's kind of like adventure-y.
Adventure-y.
Yeah.
Okay, it's called We Are Legion, We Are Bob, which was the title of a VeggieTales episode about demons.
No, it's a dude who's like an AI and he controls a fleet of ships and they go around the galaxy. Like a fleet of drones.
Well, that
They
sounds like
explore
fun.
the galaxy.
And they
It's
deliver
actually-
packages to people.
Yeah, it's like $5 on Kindle. It's a really good read.
We Are Legion, We Are Bob. By who's the author again?
Dennis Taylor.
Dennis Taylor.
Yep.
All right. Well, interesting, fascinating, cool, groovy, dope, fresh.
Fresh. Yeah, it's fresh.
It's fresh, certified
is.
fresh
From Rotten Tomatoes.
from Rotten Tomatoes. Mm-hmm. Why don't they just call the site Tomatoes, and then if it's
Bad, it's Rotten
bad,
Tomatoes.
it's rotten, and then
Yeah,
if
because if it's like
if it's good, then it's fresh tomatoes. But you wouldn't throw fresh tomatoes. That's the thing. That's actually the thing. If you throw Rotten Tomatoes, it means that your thing is bad. But if you throw fresh tomatoes, it also means that your thing is bad. There's no
You're not
situation
wrong.
in which an audience is throwing tomatoes that would certify something to be good.
Can we make that a thing? If you throw fresh tomatoes, it means your theme's good.
I would rather not.
Kind of.
As somebody who gets up on a stage now and again, I would actually request that people not throw just ripe tomatoes.
But why?
At me.
They're not rotten.
We throw flowers. Why
True,
Why
true.
isn't it like rotten
Yeah.
tomatoes and then flowers?
Yeah. The site could be called Rotten Tomatoes or Flowers.
It could be called
It's-
tomatoes or flowers.
They would definitely be able to get that URL.
TOF.com.
TOF?
Tomatoes or flowers.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, you've got a point.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway, this concludes our episode about how to make Rotten Tomatoes better and improve the film critic industry. You know, Rotten Tomatoes, I think, is not a like a review site on their own. I think they're an aggregator. Is that right? Of other reviews from other places.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They might have a few critics themselves, but
A few in-house. Yeah, I think they mostly pull from other places. I think that's why they're kind of like more trusted. Well, hey, this brings us to the end of the episode. Somehow we got here.
it was wild, but
Everything kind of just went dark between when we sat down to record and now. Oh, you know what? We completely forgot to pull it up, but why don't you pull up the Magic 8 Ball?
Oh yeah. We can't forget this.
Yeah, so we can see if we helped anyone today. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and say, if you want to send an email to the show, you can always do that, whether you have a suggestion for a topic or feedback on an episode that we did, or you just want to tell us that you knew all along exactly how Darth Vader knew that Luke was his son. If you have questions, comments, critiques, or glossy JPEGs, send them to 100%worse@gmail.com.
That's the number 100, the words percent and worse. And if you want to reach us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you can reach us at 100% worse.
That's the number 100, the words percent and worse. And when you tweet about the show, don't forget to use the hashtag 100worse so that new people can see the show. If you tag us on Twitter, make sure it's not the first word in the tweet. Otherwise, people who don't follow us won't be able to see it. And we're always trying to get new listeners because we typically find that if people find the show, they like the show. And that's encouraging to us. So,
Yeah, if you like the show, tell a friend.
yeah, just
Tell a
help
friend.
people find the show.
Rate and review on iTunes.
That's right.
It does help us.
It does help us a lot.
Now,
Yes.
Spike's 8-Ball knows all.
Oh.
What is your question?
Our
Did
question
we
is,
make space exploration better?
Did we make space exploration better?
Yes.
Yes, that's
It just says yes.
it.
Yes.
Just says yes.
Yep.
That's 3 for 3.
That is 3 for 3.
That's
This
3
is
for 3,
pretty
dog.
good. We're pretty good at this, aren't we?
Hey, we're pretty good.
This is cool. All right.
All right. And thanks to Kenny Childers for doing our opening monologue. Oh, by the way, if you want to send in an opening tag, we don't do them every week, but we do them if we have them. So if you want to send in an opening tag, just send an audio clip of yourself saying, "Hi, my name is so-and-so from such and such a place or band or thing that you do, and you're listening to 100% Worse." And yeah, send that in, and we will incorporate it into the beginning of the show, and you will be on the show. Mm-hmm. Every child's dream.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, hey, I think that does it for us. So, I've been Graham Ganol.
I've been Connor Hughes.
This has been 100% Worse.
Eat your pizza right out of your pockets.
And they took that show and made that show 100% worse.